Hello, WPF. We are here with Season 20 Weather Division. This is using Pokemon Champions for the first time. And this time I am alone. I do not have a co-host to correct me or point out anything that I'm missing. But I'm going to try my best. There were two pools because of the limited number of Pokemon in Champions. We had two pools, and I'm going to go over them separately. I'm going to start with Pool 1 and then move on to Pool 2 in draft order. So first off, we have the Shadowian. I say Shaw because it's a lot. Let me pull up Shaw real quick. Okay. Yeah, Shaw had first pick, took a Mega Floette. Yeah, that's, expected. Like, no surprise, Mega Floette, pick 1. And then had a 14 picks before coming back to him. And gets Aerodactyl, which is a good Pokemon. Aerodactyl, usually a pretty terrible Pokemon. But because of Champion's limited decks and just the type of Pokemon that are in the game, Aerodactyl has been doing well in this format. Also taking Mega Kangaskhan on that same go-around. Mega Flood, Mega Kangaskhan are two, high-tier Megas. However, you're not going to be able to, you can only Mega one Pokemon. And because of how strong they both are, it's gonna. I think with these two specifically, he could struggle trying to pick one or the other to bring. The rest of the team consists of Crocodile, Serena, Rotom Heat, Melodic, Dragapult, Earthworm, and Hisuian Decidueye. I think the really late Dragapult was a good pickup. I think it's the fastest non-Mega in the format. And I'm trying to think what is faster than you. Like Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Beedrill. I can't think. Mega Greninja, maybe? There's very, very few Pokemon that outspeed Dragapult. So there's very good speed here with Dragapult and then Aerodactyl at 130. Mega Floette is 102, which is in this format is a pretty good speed. Base 100 are pretty good here because there's not too much that's above 100 here. Just going over like the kind of things she has, Intimidate with Crook, you have Fake Out King. The thing is, I believe, King is the only Fake Out user, so if he brings Mega Floette, he does not have Fake Out. So that has to be something to keep in mind. Also, this team's not too scared of Intimidate. Which Melodic likes to be a counter Intimidate mod because of its competitive. But if you look at the Pokemon, skip Mega Floette, Aerodactyl, sure, it affects him. Kangaskhan has Scrappy pre-Mega. Crooked does affect. Serena, it affects, but Serena, dropping a physical mod attacks, that's always good. But I was going to say Serena is a little bit priority because its usefulness comes from its ability Queenly Majesty. Then Rotom Heat, Melodic. Dragapult has Clear Body, so it'll ignore Intimidate. Earthworm is usually a Body Press bot. And then Hisuian Decidueye, I'm pretty sure has Scrappy, which also ignores Intimidate. So it's not the biggest. Melodic is still a good Pokemon. But this team also has things that ignore Intimidate already. Has pretty good speed tiers, good damage output. There's like good value mons, so a couple of these mons are in that like mid range. Crook, Serena, Rotom Heat, all Melodic even feel like a roll without being like too expensive. Like Crocodile, kind of like an alternative to Garchomp. Being able to spam Earthquakes, and you have Aerodactyl and Rotom Heat that could be next to you, and Earthworm. But Earthworm, I mean, Earthworm's not a great Pokemon, right? Earthworm usually seen paired with just really fast Earthquake. Usually Garchomp because it's one of the fast Earthquake users. Here it's Crocodile, which is not bad. It's a good kind of like budget version of that. It's okay. Hisuian Decidueye, I think it's just a really bad Pokemon. It provides Fighting Stab for this team, which I guess can be useful. This team has no like Trick Room mode. The slowest thing on this team is the Hisuian Decidueye at 60 speed, which is not there's my bad. I started to caption something else. It's not the slowest, right? And then what does this team do against in Trick Room? Stuff like Rigorette. I'm trying to think of Trick Room on Gambit. This team kind of struggles against the Gambit, aside from like Rhythm Heat. Crocodile would give it Defiant, but you could just not run to Intimidate. I think this team's okay. I think King Floette, the fact that you don't have another Fake Out user, and then if you don't bring Floette, then you don't have a Fairy. Is Dragon good into this? Your only resist would be Earthworm. So I guess, yeah. A Dragon Pulse does outspeed other dragons, so maybe it's not that bad. I think this team's okay. The Mega Flood, Mega King. I think, well, I'm going to talk about my team next, but I think going 2 Mega, you can only draft up to 2 Megas. I think with 2 Megas, they go strictly different modes, or you have one that can be decent without its Mega and basically not holding an item. And I think here, I don't like these 2 Megas together, or like, having a second, like a budget fairy. Honestly, if this team, maybe if instead of Decidueye, maybe just like a Wigglytuff. So you could have, I think Wigglytuff is in this, a secondary Fake Out on, and a secondary, like a backup fairy. Something like that. But yeah, it's okay. It's like, yeah, if you look for big hitters, Mega Floette, Kangaskhan is not the biggest damage dealer. It's very bulky. It like trades often because it's so bulky. It'll like take a hit you back, right? And then you have Dragapult, which is also not the strongest Pokemon. And there's no Choice Band, there's no Terra, which Dragapult liked. So on the physical side, Dragapult would run Terra Blast Ghost to have a good physical Ghost move, but it's not in the game. So it doesn't have physical Ghost Stab. Well, it has Phantom Force, but it's not great. And even then, because it's a mixed attacker, it doesn't excel in one or the other. So this team lacks a little bit in straight up damage, but it has generally good bulk. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling about this first team. I'm going to put you in B tier for now. See, right there, B tier. And next we're going to go to my team. I was second pick. Of course, Mega Floette, yeah, that's a fine first pick. I opted for Mega Gengar. I really wanted Mega Gengar. I've never gotten to use it. And right now, a lot of Pokemon creators, VGC players are making content about this game. And one of the ones recently was about a Mega Gengar Pairs team. Now, this is draft, so it's not going to translate 1-to-1, and I'm not going to get all the Pokemon on that team. And people can prep against it if they know it's coming, all that. But I wanted to at least have some of those pieces to try Perish, and then be able to have other modes, right? So with first pick, Gengar, I went with Mousehold second. This is basically a wheel pick, because second pick, it's only Shaw that's picking after me. Technically, I was going to go Ninetales first, but because Shaw has Mega Floette, I took Mousehold and then Alolan Ninetales. The reason Alolan Ninetales is because of that Perish Trap stuff. Gengar and Ninetales both have Encore and Disable, and Ninetales is one of the fastest Disable Pokemon. So Gengar Encore is Alolan Ninetales disables, and you're Shadow tagged in and you struggle. That's the main thing of the Perish Trap team. Then it has other options. But the reason I went Mousehold, I was going for more, like even more damage mitigation because I have the option of Aurora Veil with Ninetales and Mousehold has Friend Guard. Mega Gengar is, not very bulky, so being able to protect it while it's forcing things to stay on the board, I think can be useful. Mousehold also has Follow Me as a normal type to redirect Ghost moves against Gengar. And Mousehold's surprisingly bulky, so even non super effective moves against Mousehold, it can't take a lot of the time. You have to hit it twice to remove it, which will help out Gengar a lot, I think. On the next go around, I don't remember why. I'll be honest, I don't remember why. But I took Hydreigon. I think at this point I wanted. Oh, I think I know what it was. I think at this point I wanted a pretty fast Tailwind setter. That wasn't a priority setter. So not a Whimsicott, not a Talonflame, and Hydreigon fairly fast to do that role. While still being, it's still a strong attacker. It's a strong Scarfer. And with something like Mousehold, I can redirect Fairy moves away. And then Primarina. I've been wanting to use Primarina for a long time. I don't think I've gotten to draft it in doubles. I've been playing doubles for a while now. And I don't mind the double up with Alolan Ninetales Primarina being 2 fairies because Ninetales often doesn't run a fairy move. A lot of the, at least in ladder, a lot of the builds are Blizzard Veil, Freeze Dry, Protect, or Encore, or on the Perish team, it's Disable. It doesn't. I think it doesn't run Protect, and it has no fairy moves. That doesn't. This draft, I could run fairy moves on it, but it's also not the strongest. Blizzard is just a strong move, which is why this Pokemon does damage. But Primarina, very high special attack stat, gives me a bulky water, give me spread move option with D-Gleam and Hyper Voice with Liquid Voice. And it's kind of a tail room on, base 60 speed. With Tailwind, it can outspeed a lot of stuff, and in Trick Room, it's also pretty decent. Next, I got Corviknight. I think at this point, I was looking at what Pokemon did I want. I think this is when my plans started to mess up. Oh, I wanted Tinkaton. I wanted Tinkaton to pair up with something later, and triple fairies. There are not a lot of fairy types in this game. So I wanted to hoard a couple of the fairies, but I got sniped of Tinkaton. And so I went Corviknight to have a decent steel type really, and I get another Tailwind option. The Mirror Herb against Intimidates is not the biggest steal. My team's mostly special attackers, but it's a pretty bulky mon. Gives me Tailwind. It's a solid steel type, right? Then Infernape, it's kind of a budget. I described it as a weird combination of a budget Sneasler and a Incineroar. I get Fake Out, I get Strong, Fighting Stab. I get Priority. It's okay. I've always thought that Infernape is not very good in doubles. But I think on this build it helps. It's also decently fast, 108. And again, for this metagame, that's a pretty good speed to a lot of things. Over 100 is good. It's okay, right? This is where my plans got messed up. I wanted, what was it? I think it was, what? I wanted a different electric type. I forgot what it was. As you can see, the later mod, Alakazam, Steelix, Mega Feraligatr. I wanted... Oh no, I think Rotom Frost was still on the plan. Alakazam, Steelix, I wanted to be Weirdier Torterra. Because I would have had... Mouse would follow me, Shell Smash Torterra. And then I have a couple things off the ground, Hydreigon, Corviknight, Rotom Frost, so I can spam Earthquake. I got sniped off, actually both. So let's go first, Rotom Frost, good with low Ninetales. Rotoms are, on ladder at least, a lot are running like Scarf E-Web, which is pretty good. And I get Blizzard spam, right? A low Ninetales, Rotom Frost, double Blizzarding. I can run a Scarf on you, low Ninetales pretty fast, just Blizzard, right? And Rotom still have good utility. Alakazam, I think I went Alakazam. Yeah, I remember. I thought about a Mothra here. They're the same points. I opted for Zam. For if I don't bring Gengar, I could have still a very fast option. 120 is a very high speed tier. You know, not reaching like Aerodactyl, Mega Aerodactyl, but it's faster than most things, so I wanted that option for when I don't bring Mega Gengar. Steelix is just here to kind of be a ground mon, and I have Discharge Earthquake with Rotom Frost Steelix. It's okay. Again, I wanted Torterra, so I had to settle for Steelix. Mega Feraligatr was on my radar from after I picked Gengar, pretty much. This was a case of a different mode, so like if my opponent has very good, like especially defensive Pokemon that counter Gengar, Gator will rip through them. The other thing I wanted to hoard the fairies, to have triple fairy was so Mega Feraligatr would have an easier time clicking, Dragonite's Double Edge, but I only got 2. Yeah, I don't know if there's any team that didn't manage to get a fairy. Fairy types are just so good. Against those teams, I definitely... Well, Gengar's good at beating fairies. So, like, okay, if they have, like, a lot of fairies, or if they have maybe 2 fairies, right? I don't think anyone has more. I go Gengar, but if they have, like, no fairies, Gator's really good. And Gator's also here to provide some more physical damage, because my team is mostly special. Infernape is kind of stat-wise, is a mixed attacker. Steelix is not, the greatest Pokemon. Gator can also kind of function without the Mega. Sheer Force, no Life Orb in the game, and I'm forced to hold the stone. Torrent, maybe. Aqua Jet could just be DD Liquidation, or, let me see, compare to other teams. I don't know how strong, it's always weird ranking yourself, how strong this Perish is in terms of just the option, I guess, valuing that as like a mode to have. Like I don't have a Trick Room mode, like something you have a clear Trick Room, a clear Tailwind, a clear Weather or something. I have at least the Weather mode, Nighttale Rotom. Oh, the only Slush Rusher is Bear Taken. I was like, I'm not taking that thing. So I was just like, you know what, just Rotom Frost Blizzard spam. I think this team's okay. It feels weird putting myself high. I think this is like an A team. I don't think it's S. I don't know how I could have made it better. Maybe gotten other stuff sooner and not get sniped. Maybe if I had weirder Torterra, maybe I would have given S. I'm gonna say A. Like maybe it's too special leaning. Breaking power, Primarina's pretty strong. Gator's pretty strong. I don't know. I'm gonna put myself in A, and maybe I changed my mind, but I'm gonna put myself in A. Bonk. Moving on to the next team, we have Ethan. Ethan team terrifies me, and I don't know how we allowed him to draft this. Sneasler, round 1, makes sense. Mega Arrow, okay, I've talked about Arrow. Mega Arrow, kind of same thing, but better. Sableye. Sableye has been really annoying, and people have been finding some really strong strategies with him. And as we see, Archaladon round 4, one of those strategies is Sableye Archaladon as a rain mode. and supporting our Chaladon with like light screen to buff its poor special defense. I think that team also runs Sinistra, which Ethan didn't get, thankfully. But still very strong. You have Floette Eternal, no Fairy Aura, but it's still, pretty strong. It has stats comparable to Florges. You have Mamoswine, and you have it with a flyer, so you can Earthquake with that. Weirder's a great budget mon. Intimidate, normal psychic. I think 4 point. I am like the more I see of Weirder, the more I think its price should go up like a good amount. Like this is a good Pokemon. Mega Skull Villain. They made this Pokemon just really annoying. Its ability. Oh, what's your ability name? I'm gonna look it up real quick. But basically, if you hit it with an attack, Spicy Spray. If you hit it with an attack, you get burned, and it has Rage Powder. So physical teams hate this thing. It does have the Hoenn special still, where its stats are like weirdly distributed. But it's good. I don't know in what cases you bring this over Mega Arrow, or maybe if the opponent doesn't have very high speed, you bring Aerodactyl and you don't Mega it, and just use it for like Tailwind setup, and bring this Scoville in as the main Mega. I don't know. Then Morpeko's a good budget mon. This is another Pokemon that I think has gotten a little more popular because like a team like got high, like a high rank or like a high why can't I think of the word? A high placement in a tournament with Morpeko. It has Fake Out, it has Knockoff, it has a decent speed. Signature move Aura Wheel gives a speed boost when you hit. It's good. It's a good mon. I don't think it's like crazy undervalued. Maybe 2 point, maybe. But it's alright. It's good. Politoed, Rain Setter for Arch. And it's just he's that guy. He has stuff like Yawn and Helping Hand too. Tauros is nice as there is no life orb, so all the Sheer Force mons are nerfed because there's no life orb in the game. But you still have Sheer Force, so you still do pretty good damage. On this team, I mean, I guess it kind of fills a speed gap. His Sneeze is 125, Arch at 85, Float Eternal. How fast are you? 86? 85. How fast is Float? It's faster than Florges, right? Oh, it's 92. What the hell? Okay. I mean, Float Eternal to Sneasler. Tauros is right there in the middle at 110. Yes, it's fine. It's just a guy, right? He's just a guy. Maybe he has a good matchup. I don't know. I think the top is just so strong. I don't think this Tauros is ever coming. Fake It on the team Sableye. I don't think Morpeko doing something. I think this team is just like these top 4, maybe in top 5, and then like Mammo, Weirdeer, Polito. I think maybe you sub out Sableye for Polito to go Hard Rain. I don't think Morpeko Tauros like ever comes. And Weirdeer, I think Weirdeer comes like twice. Like these top guys are just really, really strong. I like, yes, the top really strong, and then it gets a little weird here. Weirdier down here at the bottom, which will make me hesitant to put it S. Scoville, I've just seen what Scoville does. I don't know. I just don't know. Is this better than my like? It's hard to compare my team, I think. Save one best. Okay, I'll put it S for now. There's Ethan Skymans. Put it S for now. Maybe I changed my mind. All right, next we have Keith. Let's bring this up. Keith with the first pick, Garchomp, always a solid mon. Sincha, Talonflame, Mega Blaster, Dragonite, Tinkaton, Paldean Tauros, Aqua, Aromatisse, Heliolisk, and Simisear. So I talked with Keith during the draft, and we kind of had similar plans. of hoarding fairy types to abuse dragons. His route was drafting 2 dragons. So Garchomp Dragonite. Do you only have 1 Mega? Yeah, only the Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise Talonflame, you have Tailwind, Water Spout. Since it's just solid with Blastoise to heal him, to kind of like buff Water Spout back up. You can heal Dragonite's Broken Multiscale. And just heal anything like Tinkaton, who has no recovery move, stuff like that. Aromatisse is a really good Trick Room setter, and I'm not seeing a Trick Room. Well, Sinistcha, but Sinistra's also a setter. I don't know, usually you would see like a Mega Corbominable, Mega Camerupt, like a really slow, hard hitting guy, and that's not here. Let's go some Dragonite. I think this team's all right. This kind of another case where it's just like a bunch of rounded guys. Like you have a lot of bulk on the team, but you do still have hard hitters. Like Chomp Dragonite still hit very hard. Mega Blaster still hit very hard. Paldea towards Aqua being a second water, they do function differently, physical and special. The Intimidate is nice to allow setup for like Dragonite. Healerless here. Healerless could kind of be just a like weather deterrent, having Dry Skin and Solar Power to fight weather teams, because they're definitely weather teams. And then Simisear, listen, the monkeys got Fake Out, so they have value now. That's really what it is. When I was getting sniped, one of my plans was to take Simisear as like a cheap grass with Fake Out. So it's there. Thinking. I don't know, what is this team? Okay, what's the fairy resist on this team? Talonflame, Tinkaton. Tinkaton is one of the best ones. Talonflame is pretty good into it too. Like water, I mean, yeah, this seems pretty well rounded. It looks kind of unorthodox, and I don't like that there's not a great Trick Room abuser when you have 2 really good Trick Room setters. Then Healerless also gets a Glare, which is, I mean, that can potentially help Blastoise, kind of like a pseudo speed control, like a Tailwind. Instead of Tailwind, you just Glare everything, and Blastoise outspeeds. It's alright. I think there could have been some different things that would have made this team better. I'm gonna put you in B, higher B. The Meganium Morons is also the team name. I love the logo. I forget what it says in that tiny text, but it's funny. Okay, let's move on to, that's the top 4. Okay. Now let's move down here. Next we have Ace, the Hitmon Highlanders, Whimsicott, Mega Delphox, Rotomwash, Fergref, Kamao, Regular Kangaskhan, Mega Sidron, Mudsdale, Scovillain, Garganical, Luxray. There was talk of Luxray during the draft, because I got sniped of something, and then I was talking about, I forget. I think I brought it up though. But then someone was telling me, oh, you can get like Luxray and a budget electric. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Luxray's terrible. Who was it? Who messaged me? Was it Ethan? I think it was Ethan. Telling me like, oh, all these good things: Intimidate, Baby Doll Eyes, Helping Hand, Electroweb. I forget what the other stuff is. I'm like, no, I hate Luxray. Luxray also nerfed. No Flame Orb in the game. Anything with guts is nerfed. Okay, Whimsicott, great Pokemon. Can set Sun for Mega Delphox. Rotomwash. Fergref is nice to stop like Shadow Snake and Sucker Punch for Delphox. Komodo. Is there any redirection? There's Scovillain. I mean, for 2 points, you just redirect 1 turn and let Komodo set up. So that's not bad. Mega Scizor. Mega Delphox, Mega Scizor, I think is just like if they have a good matchup or not. The thing is, both of them struggle in 2 fire types. You have Rotom Wash for that, but if it's like Zard Y, Solar Beam's there. But then you have Komodo that can take it. Garganico got nerfed. They nerfed Salt Cure, the damage deals. Okay, Trick Room on for Ricorath. It's a Mud Sail. Just not the craziest guy. Double Sidekick. How Ghost Regard? You have a Kangaskhan. Technically, Purifying Soul gives you Ghost Resist. And Dark Weakness. I mean, less so Dark because you have Whim and Komodo. And then you have Scoville and Redirection for Scissors. Not bad. You take neutral from fire. I think this seems pretty good. It's just not seeming crazy to me. Yeah, those last couple of months, like Scoville feels like it's there to click Rage Powder and die. Like hold Sash, Rage Powder, take 2 hits, and let something set up like Scissor or Komodo, which is fine for a Budgemon. That's fine. Garganico, Luster, I think are both pretty bad. Kangaskhan being a fake out mod, it's okay. I think like Wolfie's been using a lot of fake out Last Resort Kangaskhan Silk Scarf, which is funny. It's speed tier. I mean, it's based on 100. It's okay. Whimsicott here. Okay, there's no like mid to high speed breaker to go with Whimsicott. Like Rotom Wash. Was it Rotom's special attack 106? I think something like that. Komodo usually wants to set up because its stats are pretty well rounded. Mega Cinder has Bullet Punch as its like biggest, like its main move, so it doesn't need the Tailwind. Mud still slow, Scavelin slow, Guard slow, Luckray. It has other stuff, it has Weather Control, it has Encore, but yeah, with Whimsicott, I like seeing that like base 80 to 90 hard hitting guy, right? Yeah, there's no great Tailwind or Trick Room abusers, technically much no. And this team had one of the best Tailwind and best Trick Room setter, so it's not bad by any means. I'm gonna also put this in B. It feels like putting stuff in B always feels like a cop out. Like just it fills up B, but like I don't know. All right, moving on. The next team we have Versace. Right, that Versace, yeah. Incineroar, Mega Frostlass, Extra Jill, Clefable, Gyarados, Tyranitar, Raichu, Mega Chestnut, Beartic, Lopunny. So another snow team, and he took the Beartic. Again, I did not thoroughly look beforehand, so I'm kind of evaluating it right now. Okay, T-Tar Drill, classic combo. Instant solid. Instant with Mega Frostlass, like on the physical side, makes Frostlass so bulky. Your Snow Abuser is just the Beartic. Nothing here is getting like a Weather Ball or anything. I think Veil is nice. Veil and Intimidate, both really helpful for like Gyarados to set up. DDs, even you could go an Unnerved T-Torn setup. You have Raichu with Gyarados, also a classic combo, Lightning Rod next to the Water Flying type. You also have Clefable with Redirection, just generally helping the team. So like Frostlass, redirecting Dark Moons away from Frostlass with Clefable is very good. Speed tiers seem pretty solid. I feel like pretty solid, but it's like Frostless and then it drops to Excadrill. Like Raichu's not an offensive mod, I'm not counting it. Lopunny's not also an offensive mod either. Okay. And then Mega Chestnut as the secondary Mega. This was a Mega I looked at too, and I was thinking like against ground types, being a grass type, you just that. You can be kind of a trick room guy. I mean, again, okay, when is Mega Frost not coming? Maybe against sun teams? Like, if you don't want to fight that weather war, against sun teams, you're better off bringing your other weather and sand with T-Turtle Drill. But then Chestnut also doesn't want to be against a sun team. Against strong special attack, okay. Like, again, maybe my team, Mega Gengar, Acid Frost, and 2-1, bring it. Chestnut. Chestnut does counter my Mega Gengar. Actually, okay, I found it. I found the reason. Yeah, this team has good support. Lopunny is a second fake up mon, so it's not just Raichu. And it has some weird stuff with Clutch Switcheroo, if both Switcheroo. Yeah, it should still have it. But there's not, like, a lot of items are cut, so I don't know. It could be like Scarf Switcheroo, that's about it. The other choice items aren't in the game. There's no Flame Orb. That was another common thing that Lopunny run. But it's a very strong team otherwise. Is it ground weak? Ground can be a little bit of a problem for you, but Mega Frost has also threatens the ground types. And you have a Gyarados with Intimidate and Immune to the ground. I was just thinking, okay, Drill T-Tar, you might be weak to ground. But you kind of cover ground pretty well. And on the defense, Switch has not takes it. It seems very good. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that needs to be brought up here. Mega Chestnut, now looking at it, feels directed at me because it takes Shuttle Ball and Sludge Bomb. I don't know what else Mega Chestnut would be good against. I mean, I just see over there one of the next teams is Basculation, which I guess it's good into. I don't know. But everything else I like. I think those last three, I don't think they're very good. But at least it's a physical ice next to your Frostless, which is special, I guess. I'll put this in A. Versace is what team? There's no point. Swinubs. I'll put you even above me, dude. Congratulations. Next up we have Simpletons. Simpleton Mega Charizard Y, Sylveon Aegislash, Mega Garchomp, regular, Noivern, Liepard, Venusaur, Slowbro, Pangorum, Electric. Okay. You have Zard Y with Venusaur, that's good. Sylveon's good. Do you have good Tailwind? You have Noivern for Tailwind with Sylveon, which is just on the ladder. It's been common, I think. I think that's what people are doing. When are you bringing Mega Garchomp? I mean, I guess against a Sand team, actual, and then Mega Garchomp is good in against Sand team. Okay, all right, I'm convinced. Aegislash is solid. Noivern, I personally am a Noivern hater, but I do know. I understand the value of Noivern, but when I use him, I hate him. Liepard's good. Liepard a good like backup Sunny Day setter with Prankster. Also has Taunt, Thunderwave, stuff like that. Slowbro's kind of a guy here. Maybe it's maybe one of the better water types to have on a sun based team because it has a secondary stab and it has like body press and it has like trick room. It has other utilities. Pangoro is kind of just a guy on here. It gives you the fighting in dark, which I mean, like Lightpart's not really an attacker. And then Manectric is Intimidate for the team, you know? Just kind of a cheap Intimidate guy and maybe helps against the Rain matchup. I don't know, something about this team I don't like and I can't put my finger on it. But I'm just looking at it like logically, this seems like a good team. I want to stick with that. I'm going to stick with that. This is just a good team. I'm going to put it in A. Like, it's just a solid Sun team. Singleton, your team's 6-7 because I didn't feel like writing out your whole thing and you were annoying me. The actual team name is. Let me see if I remember. Bing bop boom 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 bop zam. It's a funny team name, but it's too damn long. You can see. Put him in A. I don't know. This feels weird without a co-host. Moving on, we have Nacho. Nacho was the runner-up of last season with a Ursaluna, Cresselia, Tornadus deal going on. Ursaluna, very abusing Tailwind and Trick Room. This time going with King Gambit, which can kind of do the same. It is the same speed stat, but it has Sucker Punch, so it doesn't need the fast mode as much. Then you have Basket Legion. Okay. So we're expecting a Rain Setter, Mega Gardevoir, Ariados, very early Ariados. There's another mon that's gotten popular because like one team did very well with it. And I think people are seeing the value in it because it's a good Sneasler answer. But this is draft and only, well, 2 teams have a Sneasler. But we'll see how good it actually is. There is value still in Rage Powder because there aren't a lot of redirecting mons. Then we also have the Pelipper. I like the Mega Manectric here with the Rain mode because you get your Thunders. You can run Thunder over Thunderbolt for more damage, and you're very fast. You put on a lot of pressure. Tauros Blaze, I think, is good because it acts as like a defensive fire type on this team, even if you run Rain. You have 2 Intimidate users. I really like this team. And then Mega Manectric, like the typical answers being ground types, you have the Rain, right? Pelipper, Basket Legion, or maybe what else is grass types, and even your Rain mode can struggle against grass type. Okay, just bring Mega Gardevoir and just hit really hard because Mega Gardevoir just hits like a truck. And don't bring Manectric. Torterra. Why'd you take my Torterra, my guy? What is Torterra good for here? Technically, you have the same thing of a redirection with Shell Smash. I just don't think it's as good here. What are you scared of, my guy? You're scared of electric moves? Kind of. Electric pre-Mega has Lightning Rod. But sure, Torterra, you could have got something else, man. I just have to take Torterra. Weavile interesting. It is it's a fast backup mon, and I think the fastest in the game. Make a Meowstic faster. I can't think of a fast. Oh, Sneasler. Wait, are they the same speed? Sneasler and Weavile? Oh no, Weavile's faster. Ha! I'm a nerd. I knew that. And then Klefki. Okay. Klefki is screen support, even though its screens are weaker in doubles. This team has nice natural bulk. Like King Gambit's so bulky, and giving it screens is crazy. Basket Legion also has like a big HP set, and it can be hard to remove sometimes. You can, with Reflect buff up Gardevoir's like weaker physical defense. I think this team is really good. Ice removes. Weavile also good at removing the grass type that resists the water, the rain mode. Rain also protects King Gambit, one of its weaknesses. Yeah, this team's really good. I'll give you an A, Nacho. I know you're a good player. You draft good teams. This definitely seems more straightforward than the Ursaluna team. That Ursaluna team on paper did not look that good, but you made it work. Okay, you are the Sylveon, Sterling Sylveons. Did I say S? I'm gonna give you S. And you had the last pick, so looking at these teams, let's just look at these first picks, right? Mega Flood, Mega Gengar, Sneasler, Garchomp. Pretty standard. Whimsicott also. Incineroar is weaker in draft, so that's maybe an outlier here. Could have gone round 2. Megastar Y, yeah, round 1 mon. And then King Gambit. King Gambit's pretty good. King Gambit's 16 on my card or 18? But yeah, you don't even take your most expensive mon round 1. That's baller. It looks like you have a lot of high point mons, even though you don't really like. I guess because they're just in the double digits. 16, 15, 18, 13, 13, 10, 11. 4, 9, 1 are the only one. I think it's good. Like, it's not like crazy top heavy. You know, like a bunch of like 17s, 18s, and then you have like 2, 2, 2 or something. Like, someone else had that. Ace has, this 5 to 2, the 5 to 2. And I think it just looked more rounded. Kind of like how I was talking about, what was I talking about that had that? Talk about someone who had a lot of those midpoints and looked good. What is Shaw? I think it was Shaw. The points are just a little lower. Crooks doing a Rotom Heat for like 9, 8, 9, Melodic 10, but they're good value. They're good value mons. Okay, so that was pool 1. So moving on to pool 2, we're going to see some of the same Pokemon, but, drafted differently. I'm going to start with Zygarde, FGC, who, like me, took Mega Gengar round 1. These numbers look crazy. You go from 20 to 10 to 15, 14, 9, back up to 13 to 8 to 10 to 7 to 4. Round 2 Corviknight, I mean, did a lot of Steel types go round 2? This can Gambit Aegis, I don't know, yeah. I don't know about getting a Corviknight that early, but, securing a Steel type, securing Tailwind, but then you also get Volcarona that same round who can Tailwind, so I don't know. Okay, Sylveon with Volcarona can kill the Steel type for you. Gengar. Paldeantoros. Hydreigon, Serena, Sableye, Mega Crab, Weird. Okay. Mega Crab, Weird. Good Trick Room Setter and good Trick Room Reviews are there. Also, Sableye with Mega Crab is nice because Sableye does have Prankster Quash. So you might not even need. You don't need the Trick Room setup. You just stop the one guy you want to hit, make him go last, and Mega Crab kills it. Serena on this team stopping Fake Out or like Aqua Jet, good for like Volcarona instead of Volcarona. It could also be good for the Trick Room mode, like if Mega Crab going crazy and the opponent's only way to deal with it is with Prio, Serena comes in and stops it. That's good. You stop Mach Punch for Hydreigon, you stop like Sneak and Sucker for Gengar. I think it's okay. I think it's pretty good. I think glaringly bad. You have Trick Room Tailwind, you have Fake Outs. You have a good split of physical and special damage. Mega Gengar, you do have the 2 fighting set. This Mega Crab was another thing that I considered because Gengar against like special walls and like dark types. Okay, Mega Crab eats up special walls and dark types. Kind of like a different mode. And Mega Crab is not the worst. Without Mega, like it still has the same ability option. It also has Hyper Cutter. I don't know. I feel like Mega Crab is a little slept on, or like even regular. I think Mega Crab people are aware. I think regular Crab might be a little slept on. Yeah. This is a Mega Gengar team with no Perish Angle, right? See Disablemon. I think Sableye gets Encore actually. Both being Ghost. I don't know how that fares as an option. But yeah, not really leaning in that Perish angle. Intimidate here. Actually, having Taurus and Volt both dealing with Seal type for Sylveon is very good. Good tailwind setters. Okay, do you break Bulky Waters? Bulky Waters might be a little hard for this team. Serena looks like the only way to deal with them. But you could, like, just trap him with Gengar. For, like, Taurus again. I don't know. Because you can't do it with Mega Craft because the two Megas. Just Bulky Waters might be a little hard for this team to deal with. Yeah, still a strong team. I'm trying to see. I feel like something's missing because I'm seeing a lot of type overlaps. Like, are you missing a crucial type? But not really. I see the steel, the fire, the ghost. You have water grass, dark, fighting, psychic. Looking at other teams, like, hey, what type is not in my head right now? You have a dragon. Yeah, you have a dragon too. What? I don't know. Oh, no, ground type. For that, I will put you under my team. I'll still put you in A. The sky height delta. Okay. Bam. Let's move on to the next team, which is, God, I forgot. EOA. Yowie. This was the opposite of Pool 1 with Mega Fluid and Mega Gengar going 1 and 2. This one, 2 and 1. Okay. Mega Fluid, regular Kangaskhan, Gallade, Maltoad, Politoed, Mega Starmie, Ninetales, Armarouge, Aromatisse, Oranguru, Ditto. Okay, Mega Fluid, Mega Starmie function very differently, 2 different modes. I see a Politoed. It's really just buffing Mega Starmie. And then I see a Ninetales, really just buffing Armarouge. So I think the weather mode is kind of lacking. Another Aromatisse and no crazy Trick Room Abuser. And a Rangaroo, another Trick Room setter, but no real Trick Room Abuser. I mean, a Rangaroo can set up Psychic Terrain for Armarouge. Mega Starmie, I think, also can technically. Mousehold, Kangaskhan, Gallade. I mean, you're not super fighting weak with those double normals. And then Ditto as just kind of a last guy. I think but like you can see in the order these things were drafted, it's strange, right? You get a 20, then you drop to 8, 8, then up to 15, then 8, then 15, 9, 7, 6, 7, 4. And the like synergies are weak. The brain, I mean, Mega Starmie Politoed, like very strong, but whatever your answer to Mega Starmie is, probably not gonna get broken by that boosted water damage. I could be wrong on that. I mean, people were running, Bastion gets adaptability, but this is huge crap. Maybe that is valid. But the Ninetales with what Armor's Heatwave, there's not like Weather Ball abuses here. I don't think the Ninetales is good here. The Ninetales, Aromatisse, Rangaroo, and Ditto can all be dropped for something else. Yeah, 2 Trick Room set it. Technically 3 Armorers can set it, and no like crazy Trick Room abuser. You have triple Psychic types. I mean, you're not very quick to like Ghost or Dark. You have Mouse with Kangaskhan, then you have Floette. Did I say triple? You have 4 Psychic types actually. If Floette goes down, you lose to Dark. You're also getting sucker punched like crazy with Starmie and Armor. Yeah. I do think I think this guy is new to draft. So, we all start somewhere. The mods themselves, like Gallade's good as just a standalone mod, right? But yeah, these weather modes are not great. I think Ditto. I don't know how Ditto fares anymore. Like Ditto saw play in formats with Ubers or like restricted or whatever they're called, because you can like cheat and kind of have like a third one when you're limited to two because Ditto copies one. But in this format, I don't know how Ditto's gonna fare. Mousehold redirect, give something setup. The setup on this team is like Stormy bulk up. And okay, yeah. I don't think the mousehold redirection is doing enough here. Kingston fake out is the only fake out here. And then, okay, Floette struggled against Steels and Poison. Actually, Galate does low-key cover that, being fighting and psychic. What else? You can't bring Mega Starmie and Mega Floette to the same. You don't have a ground type. Ground types are really good for moving the Steels and Poison that Mega Floette, that resists Mega Floette and Fire, and there's no ground type. I'm gonna keep it straight with you, dog. I'm gonna keep it straight with you. Lights that return to. Wait, what the fuck is this team name called? What is this team? Lights that return to nothing. The lights that return to nothing. Which is cool name. What is this Mega Stone in your logo? What is this stone? Is that Zygarde Stone? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it straight with you, dog. I'm gonna put you in D. Listen, it's fine. It's fine. It's just a D tier. You'll be okay. Okay. Moving on. Oh, I pressed the wrong. Here we go. We have Token Oracle. Aegislash in the first pick is interesting. With all the crazy guys that you can grab, pick 3 and going Aegislash, not getting a 20, 19, 18, 17, or even 16 point mark, going Aegislash is interesting. Then you go Pelipper, and you go Meganium. We've seen some Mega Meganium on rain teams because its Weather Ball is always fire because of Mega Soul. But I think people generally are favoring it on sand teams because the Weather Ball isn't reduced damage because of rain. We have Crocodile, Rotom Heat, Archaludon. That's a crazy late Archaludon, by the way. Both of Archaludons, even round 4, the other one, kind of late. Archaludon's busted. Mega Meowstic, Liepard, Palafin, Snorlax. Okay. You got your Rain Mode, Pelipper, Arch, even Palafin. Palafin kind of sucks, though. In doubles, it's hard to set up, right? Because it needs to switch out to get its hero form. Did the other rain team have Aegislash too? Real quick, wasn't. No, it wasn't Aegislash. What? Oh no, it was King Gambit. That's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry. Okay, let me go back. Token Oracle. Okay. Team Solid. Mega Meowstic is, as of Mega, it is disappointing because they gave it Trace, which is just worse Mega Alakazam. It's weaker. Bulk-wise, I don't think it's crazy different. The only upside is Mega Meowstic's pre-Mega abilities with Prankster and Competitive. Mostly Competitive. I don't think you're running Prankster, Mega Meowstic, and then Mega Evolving. And that it has Fake Out, right? That's really it. But it's fine. It's an Intimidate deterrent, and like the only physical attackers on this team, Crook, Palafin, Snorlax. Palafin has to switch out anyway, first thing. Really just leaving Crook and Snorlax. I guess Aegislash. Aegislash can run physical. I think it's a strong rain team. There's another weather team that has Liepard as like a backup weather setter, which is good. I don't think I talked much about Liepard other than that. But it has Taunt, it has Fake Out. So this team does have a Fake Out. If it doesn't bring the Mega Meowstic, it still has Fake Out. Aside from the rain itself, I don't see arch support. Well, I think Mega Meganium gets heal pulse, but I don't think I don't know if you're gonna use that here. But yeah, there's no heal pulse, pollen puff. There's no redirectors on the team for arch. Your tailwind, I mean, Crook is kind of good with the tailwind mode. We have Disquake, Crook, Rotom Heat. You do have good Trick Room Mom for the Aegislash Snorlax, but you have no setter. Rotom Heat is one of the better fire, kind of like Paldeator's Blaze, where it can be a defensive fire on a raid team. I think it's alright. Are you predicting weak to, I mean, Crook resist for Aegislash or weak to Electric? No. Okay, the way is to beat Arch, right? Because Arch is one of the biggest threats. Fighting types, you have, again, you don't have redirection or like a way to heal Arch or a way to set. You can run regular Meowstic and set screens with Prankster. That is technically an option to support it, to give a bulk. It has no means of healing. Fighting moves. You have good fighting moves. It's ground moves. You have good kind of Rotom Heat and Pelipper and Mega Meganium. I do like that on this team there is a second Mega, because Mega Meganium definitely has its matches where it's not good, so having that second option is nice. Sorry. I think it's alright. I think I would put this like high B maybe. I am getting towards the end of this and running out of things to say. There's the Bright Moon's cool logo. I'll put you at top of B. I'll put you above Keith because you have the Mega Meganium and he doesn't. Moving on to Sick, Kicks. Garchomp, Talonflame, Rotom Wash. This is the Sick special and Kicks drafted it. He replaced the Mega Gardevoir on that team with a Mega Delphox to do something new. Garchomp Mega Delphox is the cool combo. I have that in another league. Because of Levitate, you can click Earthquake. You have three things off the ground after Garchomp, so that's really good. Mega Delphox, Mega King as the other Mega. Mega King is just such a good, just solid Mega that it's gonna come to every game, and it's competing with another Mega that wants to come to a lot of games. I think Mega King is a Mega that you take. If you take a second Mega, you take a cheap one for very specific scenarios. This is two high tier, want to come to every game Megas competing against each other. Let's try and the Metacham here. Metacham. This isn't like a spoil of a planner, I think, because it was discussed in our weather discussion chat. Scarf Metacham, skill swap pure power onto Garchomp, and Garchomp clicks EQ. And it kills the Metacham to let something else in because it's dead weight at that point. I think that's funny. The Tauros here, Paldean Tauros, regular. I think it's just here for Intimidate. Yeah, it's really just here for Intimidate because you took Metacham the road before. This team goes fast, so it could struggle against Trick Room teams. But we haven't seen much of Trick Room, hard Trick Room teams. You have Fake Out with Metacham as well. I think Metacham's actually decent here. It gives a couple of support options for this team. Talonflame Tailwind with Garchomp EQ means it's not forced into running Scarf EQ. Uh, Double fires, but also Talonflame's not like the craziest fire. You like it's clicking Tailwind, Brave Bird, maybe Taunt, Protect, or like Will Wisp, stuff like that. It's not always carrying that fire move, so Mega Delphox is fine here. You're not particularly weak to water on this team either. Well, maybe a little bit. You resisted Rotom Wash and Meowscarada, and that's it. Rotom Wash is pretty good into it, and it beats water being part electric. So it's not that bad. You're not weak to rock. I'm just thinking, double fire maybe. You gain a lot of weaknesses, but not really on this team. Meowscarada is just kind of a guy in doubles, right? It's just usually we're holding focus sash, try to kill one thing and go down. Which could be fun. Like Mega Delphox struggling against water types and Meowscarada's Flower Trick does create damage because it always crits. So I think that's pretty good. I think those like last couple guys and the fact that Kang Delphox are fighting each other, I think stopped me from putting this in S. I think the Mega King actually is a trap on this team. I think the Delphox is cool here, and you should not have Mega King. Did someone in this pool take regular Kangaskhan? Yeah, EOA. Yo, took it. I think that could have been better here. And taking some cool fun Mega. Yo, no one took Victory Bell, bro. Someone should have taken that. These aren't like crazy order or anything. I'm gonna just put you at the bottom of a make a wish. But I think before I said I might have said Medichamp's the only fake out. Tinkerton also has it. Just want to, in case I said that, correct myself. Because I have no one here to correct me. Okay, 4 teams left. Next we have Yamako, who's represented by this Team 13 because they did not provide a logo at this point. And they're Team 13. Alright, so let's look at their team. Sneasler, Basculegion, Aerodactyl, Mega T-Tar, Mega Scizor, Paldean, Tauros, Blaze, Rotomo, Clefable, Torterra. Okay. Basculegion with no range support, but that's not the worst thing. Mega T-Tar with no stand-up user. Like Aerodactyl gets buffs with F. That's not anything crazy in my opinion. Thinking. Like the difference between Mega Scizor and regular Scizor is so big. And I think Mega T-Tar is not as big. I think regular T-Tar, Mega Scizor is going to come more often than not on this team. These are also kind of two big megas. You do have Clefable as a really good redirector for T-Tar. Towards his fighting and fairy. No, not fairy. Fighting and... Why can't I think? Is that the only... Well, it's quite effective. It's a big deal. And the other moves you redirect are neutral. Seeing those top 3 is funny because I'm just like, okay, you just copied the ladder. You took Caesar, Bask, Aerodactyl. I'm trying to see. Okay, you have 2 rock types. You're weak to water. A little. But you have Rotomo. 2 rocks are weak to... Well, Aerodactyl's not weak to fighting, but still. You have Basculegion. And you have that Fable. Sneasler struggle against poisons and ghosts. Does the team beat poisons or ghosts? Basculegion, kind of. T-Tar beats ghosts. Poisons. Your ground is Torterra, so not the best. You just have to like deal the big damage to them. What is Aerodactyl tailwinding for? It can mean that Bastion I have to run Scarf. Mega T-Chart's not super fast. Mega Scizor, didn't I have this issue? I don't want to look for it. That a team has like a really good tailwind, but then you have Scizor. That was the fifth team of pool one, I believe, fifth or sixth. I don't want to check. Good Intimidate. Paldea Tauros is it's not the strongest mon to be like a tailwind abuser, especially because there's no like life or choice band to buff your damage. Rotomo is kind of utilitarian with average stats, like slightly over 100 special attack. Yeah, nothing crazy with that tailwind and one of the best tailwind setters. And my T-Tar Mega Scizor feels a little awkward. Enter Terra's is here. Yeah, these top level ones just feels like you're trying to hog the best, like some of the best Pokemon from ladder, and then the rest you're not really going synergy. I do like the Mega T-Tar with Clef. Does someone have regular T-Tar in this pool? Yes. Okay, that might be why. I was like, you could have just gone regular T-Tar here with the Clefable, but someone else took it. I don't know if this is valid. I'm gonna put you in C tier. I don't know. Those two guys, like you have the guys. These are best. You have the guys, but then the rest, I'm kind of like, eh. I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. Did I not show it? I put them in there in C. Okay, next up we have. I'm gonna say Lucifer. I don't know if you're supposed to say Lucifer. I'm saying Lucifer. The I's silent, or it's not Adam. So are you Adam then? We have Megazord Y with Incineroar, Mega Aerodactyl, Komodo, Melodic, Mammoth, Venusaur, Zoroark, Sui, Scoville, and Steelix, Prime. Venusaur, Zord Y. Did someone else have this? Yay! And you can fight people across pools, so you might have to face Zard Y, Venusaur twice. Yay! I love pools. Incineroar on a Sun team is just kind of like, did you need him? Right? Um, some instant, like because of all the utility he gets, some instants don't run a fire move, so sure, maybe. Mega Arrow with Megazord Y, you might have to be running regular Arrow a lot. I think he got sniped beforehand. I think he wanted. Did we go this way, this way, this? Yeah, I think Lucifer wanted regular Aerodactyl and got sniped right before him, so he took Mega. For 1 point more and you just can't hold an item, maybe that's fine. You have Komodo, Melodic Mims, I think the Zoroark could be crazy here. I'm trying to see what you disguise as. Like Zard Y Venu lead, but the Venus would actually Zoroark, and Zoroark can take out the. I don't know, maybe like. I was gonna say Steel type to counter Venu, but Zard Y is on the board. A bulky fire type, but it's doing Arcanine or regular Arcanine. Let's say regular Arcanine, right? Zoroark can try to blow that up. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. Trying to see what the strats are. Or the Mega Arrow with something unassuming. I don't know. Scovillain on this team, it does have Chlorophyll as one of its abilities, so that's kind of a budget guy. But you have the Venusaur already, so I don't know when Scovillain is going to come for that reason. The only other thing is providing here is Rage Powder. Rage Powder. Did that other Komodo team have Rage Powder? Have Scovillain? Yeah, Komodo Scovillain. We're seeing a lot of the same thing. That's funny. Because yeah, you still have that option for Komodo Scovillain. Steelix. What are you doing here? Steelix, Mr. Rock, low key, there's kind of a core that I was doing. That was just like weird. With that. Steelix is kind of like a trick room deterrent here. This is fine. Melodic. No, again, Melodic's what you call it? Intimidate deterrent. It's also not the craziest thing here with Mamoswine having, what's your ability? Oblivious to stop Intimidate. But you could also want to run Thick Fat because opposing teams could bring like their own fire moves into the Sun team. So maybe there's a little like, hey, I got your back. Yeah, if you want to run Thick Fat. Intimidate against Komodo, it can run special. Intimidate against Sinroar, he pivots out. Against Aerodactyl, Valid, Zorak special, Steelix Sucked, and then Rhyme. Is Rhyme the only fake out here? No, and Cinda. Like these last two feel like just a thrown on Trick Room 4. It's still pretty good. Melodic on this Sun team is kind of rough though, because Melodic does not have like the craziest coverage. It's usually just running water moves and maybe an ice move to catch grass type. So I think that could be tough. But it is just kind of guys. I don't love these last three. I don't think the scope villain is really super necessary. Are you rock weak? You're like really rock weak aside from Komodo. Technically Steelix, but again, come on. You're very rock weak. Like low key, you could run Stealth Rock against his team with Mecha Start Y instant and then chip on Venu to break Sash. Because without Life Orb, a lot of Venusaurs are going towards Focus Sash. You also hit Mega Arrow, regular arrow, I guess. There's no boost in this game. Yeah, this seems a little rock weak. Let me see. Where is? I still think it's kind of better than this. I'm gonna put you top of B. I think. Let's say top of B. This Lucifers. Is your team the touch grass team? Yeah, graspers. Next we have Potato Z. Or Potato Z. Are you European? I've seen you so much, I don't even know. Is it Potato Z? Okay, can Gambit, Sinstrar, Gyarados, Solon, Tailspin, Arcanine, Mega Dragonite, Mega Golder, Katarine, Toxicroak, Electric. Kind of with like someone else's team, Sinstrar with a Dragonite to regain multi-scale is cool. With King Gambit, who's very bulky, is cool. Ninetale Veil with King Gambit, crazy. To intimidate, to weaken Pokemon against King Gambit, pretty cool. Sinister redirecting fighting moves from King Gambit. Yo, I don't like this team. I don't like the King Gambit support. I don't like it. Mega Dragonite with flying coverage to hit the fighting types that threaten. Stop, I don't like it. Mega Golurk. I think he's kind of a cool guy just to have as a second option to Dragonite. Maybe against a team that has like two fairies that were hoarding fairies. You don't want to bring Dragonite. Mega Golurk is fine there. You have King Gambit as a good trick room guy with Sinistra already, but Golurk's fine. You are double ghosting there. And then you also have Hatterene, which is fine. Like Hatterene could be the trick room and you be a redirector, but it's better than Aromatisse Oranguru. Okay. Toxicroak gives you the only fake out on this team. Okay, a good budget fake out. I also like Toxicroak. I was looking at him during my draft. The only poison and fighting on this team, that's good to give you those options. Manectric, budget guy. So that's a budget guy. I like this team. The team supports Gambit really well. Since also redirecting electric moves away from Gyarados is very good. I really like this team. This team's very scary. I'm not sure about the Hatterene, and I don't know about Golurk being the second Mega here. How good is regular Golurk on its own? It has no guard, but no guard Fissure's banned. He's just a cool guy, though. I respect Mega Golurk. I actually do wish it got slower to be a better trick move user. You're a little ghost weak with, the Hatterene, Mega Golurks and stuff, but then you have King Gambit as a ghost killer. Uh, and for like dark types, I mean, it has taken neutral, and the Lunatics is not the strongest variable, so dark types could be an issue for this team. Still think it's very good. Do I give this A? Let me compare it to the other teams I gave A, which was Nacho and what's the other one? Ethan? Is that Ethan the Skyman? Yeah. I'll give it to you. I think the King Gambit's like crazy well supported. I'm just gonna do that. I looked at the team, I questioned myself, but I'm like, I don't want to change shit now. And I didn't show you that whole time. I moved Ethan down. He's still an S. I just put him at the bottom of it, so who cares? The last team is actually sick. Sick, bro. I can't say your name. My brain won't register it. We got Whimsicott, Mega Blastoise, Dragon Pulse, Minotaur, Exegil, Frigoraph, Stew Typhlosion, Conkeldurr, Ariados, and Rotom Frost. We have another Tailwind Mega Blastoise, which is good. You have another T-Tar Exegil pairing, good. This team only has the one Mega. Doesn't the other Blastoise team also only have one Mega? That's Keith. Yeah, it's also okay. Mega Blastoise is a solo guy. That's funny. The other thing, Whimsicott with the Stew Typhlosion for Tailwind Eruptions, very strong. There is the fact that there is no Covert Cloak. So you could, before you would run Covert Cloak Whim, so it can be fake outed. So you guarantee Tailwind for the Typhlosion. Typhlosion, Hisuian can't be fake outed because it's a ghost. But there's no Covert Cloak. So the Whim can get fake outed, but then it could still be Scarf. Typhlosion and Whim just wanted to set Sunny Day. Blah, blah, blah. You have good stuff there. And then T-Tar actually pairs kind of nice with it. Well, no, it doesn't. It chips the opposing team with sand, but the sand also chips you and weakens your eruption. There's fake out here with Mega Blastoise. And Blastoise is just kind of like a good guy on this team. Dragapult is just like a good guy. Frigoraph is good. Frigoraph, even if it's not trying to set up for Trick from here, there is Conkeldurr, which is okay. It's nerfed because no Flame Orb. But just Armor Tail for Drill, T-Tar, and Dragapult are all very good. The team also has the Ariados for redirection, which is also good for Drill, T-Tar, redirecting the fighting moves. Quad resist. Rotom Frost, I think, is just on here. He just showed up. He brought some beers, and he was like, "Yo, can I join the team?" And they was like, "Yeah." There's no snow mode to buff his blizzard accuracy. He has that mid speed tier, which I guess is kind of nice. Bro, yeah, that whole top area. This first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't see it. I keep forgetting to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 go crazy. These 7 go crazy, and then you have the Ariados for redirecting the sand mode. Conk is still a decent guy. He does have Iron Fist for punching moves too, and that affects Mach Punch. Like, he's not completely neutered without Guts. Like, he still has an option. He also has Sheer Force, which would only be good if you're running like Rock Slide and like, I cannot think of anything else. I just think of the punching moves, and you would just run Iron Fist instead. You technically have Side Wisp with Dragapult, Typhlosion, and even Rotom. What sucks is you can miss Side Wisp. That's so lame. If you're burning your own guy, you should be able to miss. Team good. Team. I'll actually say S tier too. We kind of snuck in some more S tiers at the end. But I think the team's very good. It's doing Typhlosion with a good, actually with Whimsicott specifically, I think, because Tailwind and Sunny Day. Just a strong combo. The Sand is a strong combo. You have Pult, who's just a good guy. Forgraph being good support just with its tail. Blaster just being a guy. Also with the Tailwind mode. Like, yeah, this team's strong. This team's crazy. I'm gonna put that at the top. That's the team. I've been doing this over like an hour and a half by myself. I don't want to go back and review. I'm just gonna look at my team one more time. Yeah, that's probably fine. A tier. Yeah. Listen, I even though I've been playing a lot of VGC, I'm not the smartest VGC guy. These rankings are like whatever, anyone can win. They don't really matter. They're for fun. Yeah, hope to see how this goes for everyone. I hope everyone has fun. Not sure recap wise what else I'm gonna do. In the server, I'm gonna do the write up still. I don't think I'll do videos until playoffs. I just have too much. I thought about it for a little bit, and I was like, I have too much stuff to do. I won't be able to keep up with it. So maybe come playoff. No promises on that, but I would like to do that again. But yeah, if you're in the server, look out for the write ups I do for weather every week, and have fun, everyone.